Oh boy, it looks like that time of year again we get to take out the trash. That's right, guys, it's the middle of the year, which means new XXL freshman class coming. My favorite thing to get excited about for new underground music in 2025. Let's go! What's going on, guys? It's Bryce here, and as I just introduced, we're here going over the XXL freshman class. The 10th spot voting is open now, and now this is something I like to do. Last year, I had my own video where I went over the freshman class. I'm going to go over each and every person that they're considering for the class and basically give my thoughts on each person here. Now, I will say, we know how XXL is. This list does not matter. They're going to be pretty untapped. They like to do a lot of things that are like, it's not really underground. So, and underground is such a whatever term, but it's like a scene, they're not going to choose 10 out of 10 artists from that scene. However, in the internet age, it seems artists that come up through that scene seem to just have superstar potential rather than some of these more traditional artists, some more of these geographically known artists who get signed to a label and pumped out. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, I'm going to go over here and give my thoughts on each artist, and at the end, I'm going to give you my 10 picks for the 2025 XXL freshman list if I was the one making it. And, I do have blind spots and stuff. I can't pretend that I could fit everyone I want in 10 spots. Even going through those lists, I'm going to be like, oh, this person deserved it, and it's going to be more than 10 people. But if you want to know my list from last year, 2024, this is who I came up with last year. So a lot of those people are out of here now, and I wouldn't even consider them for this list because they're way bigger than that. And some of them I would still consider for this list, but we're going to get right into it without further ado. So let's just get going. I haven't even looked at any of this. So let's go here. Chronological, alphabetical order here. Elias interlude. I'm not familiar. I'm going to show my ignorance in this video, bro. And that's not to be I literally, sometimes there's so many people, so many artists. I got my blind spots, like I said. But let's get into it. BabyChiefDoIt. Been killing. I could see the kid on the list. I absolutely see them everywhere. I think they're signed to a label. I don't know, but they're everywhere. They're on streams. They're on Twitter. They're on Instagram. They're everywhere. A young kid. Could definitely see him killing it. Babyfxce E, Detroit native. I don't think he's going to make it, but, also been killing it for a while, making a name for himself, just kind of in the lower tier Detroit in terms of popularity-wise. But, he is bigger than ever. He's getting big every release, so I got to respect it. Babyfxce is going goddamn crazy. A maniac, if I do say so myself. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. Nice guy, good guy. I think he definitely has potential to be on here. Bayswag, I don't know much about, but I've heard great things. I've heard wonderful things, just ignorant, uneducated. Benji Bluebills, come on. I think he should be on it. And that brings me, honestly, to the Underground Sound Cypher that had come out a little while ago. I had made a video on that as well. But, the list on there was like Picasso, Breezo, KO Banks, K3, Skinny Boy, CJ, Ecstasy, Rocket, YT, Pretty Fun, and Benji Bluebills. And I think all of them were great, wonderful picks. Granted, it was done a few months prior, but I think everyone out there damn near is solid. You know what I'm saying? And Benji is another one on there who's been making his waves. Of course, Elephant in the Room, he's Cardi's, blah, blah, blah. All that. B-Jax, I've not heard of you. Bloodhound Q50, I've seen some stuff. I think I've seen some stuff on Instagram specifically, but I'm not too familiar. BLP Kosher, he's kind of out of here. I don't know that that's even a consideration, but deserving. Cartel Bell, again, I've heard the name. I'm not too hip. I think you say her name as Ceechynaa, but I know who this is. She has that viral video wearing the exact top you see her wearing in this photo here. Yeah, no comment on that. Certified Trapper, come on. Legend. I don't think he's going to make the list. It's weird for the people because a lot of them are like on the same level and they make similar music. Certified Trapper makes very unique music in that Detroit scene. I will give that to him. But I don't know if they're going to take him extremely seriously, which is a shame. But he does deserve that. Che, come on. Instant. One of the biggest on the ground. Going crazy. Instant should be on there. Chuckyy, big killing it. I'm not the biggest listener of Chuckyy, but I hear his name, I see the significance, I see the streams, I see the numbers. Very deserving. Chow Lee, much like Chuckyy, don't listen too much, but kind of outside of my realm of stuff I listen to, but he's been killing it. Going crazy. Chuckyy as well, been going crazy. Kind of merging that gap between like the underground, the more traditional stuff. I like it. Cleotrapa, heard the name, literally unfamiliar. Dave Blunts, I mean, if we're being objective in numbers here, like, yeah, put him on the list, but bro, come on, bro. D-Baby, heard the name, unfamiliar. Hey, yeah, it looks like he's killing it. All right, from all those chains, you gotta get the money from somewhere. Shout out EBK Jaaybo, been going crazy as well. I believe Los Angeles native, absolutely snapping on Blackboy Max's stream, killing the Song Wars, all that. So I gotta respect it. He'll probably, I could see him actually being on XXL's list. That's the type of artist I would see on their list. Eem Triplin, been killing it for a while. I think he's almost above this at this point. I'm not entirely sure. He's kind of had his own niche, his own lane. I don't know if he needs all this the way people might think. El Snappo, been killing it in Florida. Another street artist. I can see him on here. I hear his name all the time. I see him brought up in Florida conversations. He's definitely running the streets. Jello, that's hilarious. I mean, he did have that moment this year. So, I mean, can you really knock it? I'm not sure. Glock 40 Spaz, come on. I mean, out of this list, above this list, should have been on it. All that. I think he was in jail last time in the list. So, I just call him HMK because I don't know how to pronounce that. But he's huge. All right, he might make the list. He wouldn't end up on my list, but he's been doing his thing, you know, the whole put on for the Indian culture and hip-hop. You gotta respect it. Come on. Hurricane Wisdom, unfamiliar. Ian, out of here. Again, another one out of here. I think out of here, not even considering, doesn't even need, not even, like, completely out of here. Joony. Kind of a more like I don't want to say R&B, but yeah, a little bit of R&B, hip-hop fusion on there. Definitely been killing his shit, classic stuff. I don't think this is the kind of artist that XXL is going to approach, though, but he's been doing his thing. Jorjiana, that's, you know, I don't think she's going to make the list, but internet presence, kind of memeable, having her moment, definitely a big name. You can't, I just keep saying you can't knock it, but you can't knock it. She do be rapping, too. Connie, I'm unfamiliar. Karrahbooo, talked about in the last one. We all know Karrahbooo. We all are very familiar with Karrahbooo. We know what's going on with Karrahbooo and Yachty right now. Whatever. But shout out Karrahbooo, definitely big enough to be on the list. Lazer Dim 700, I said it last time. I think he should have been on the list. I think he still is big enough to be on the list, but almost even out of here as well. So it's interesting. Lefty Gunplay, that's not, I don't think it's an artist to put on here. Most notable for his recent feature on the outro of TV Off Kendrick Lamar. But I mean, California legend. If y'all know, of course, in the streets and the music, all that, lots of history, lore there, but I don't think that's very freshman. Maybe not, you know what I'm saying? Loe Shimmy, another one I don't consider him freshman. Been around for a while, killing it, crazy numbers. I think he's above this. Ladil, I'm ignorant. Don't kill me. I don't know. Mellow Bucks, I've heard the name. I'm sure she kills. I'm ignorant. I wouldn't know. Montana 700, ignorant again. I apologize. Mud Baby Roo, I've heard the names, but I'm ignorant. Nemzzz, that's not the kind of Nemzzz I think when I hear that.
Yo, don't ever disrespect me looking like two Skittles out the pack, you heard?
Nino Paid, 100% should be on there. 100% could be on there. I even almost say he's almost out of here, bro. But 100% Nino Paid's been having a huge moment. I cannot go one day on the timeline without seeing Nino Paid's name, and that's a great thing. Good music. OhThatsMizz, I don't know who that is, but this is a hilarious photograph of him. OsamaSon, I don't even think I have to even start to explain. He's out of here. The biggest artist on this list in terms of underground and the community we got going on. Peso, unfamiliar. Raq Baby, doing his thing in Atlanta. Definitely having a moment. I could see him maybe being considered for the list, but I don't know if it's quite there yet. Vaughn, lyrical guy, been killing his shit, TDE, all that. But I don't think this is the kind of artist they're looking for. They did have JID on the list a little while back, so if they're going to have an artist like that, I could see someone like Vaughn or maybe Suave being on here, but I don't even see Suave's name on here, so ignore that. Rio Da Yung OG, this man's not a freshman. This man's a legend. He's free now. We got a show him coming up in the fest, so pop out if you want to come see Rio and you're in the North Carolina area. But, hey, absolute legend. I mean, if there's a time, I guess now that he's free, now's the time, but not a freshman. Not a freshman. Samara Cyn, been killing it. One of my favorite female artists now. I think she definitely fits on this. I damn near. She almost fills that gap that I was saying, like the Jid type artist or like the Vaughn might. She's lyrical. She's soulful. She's killing it. I could see her on the main list. Skrilla, not too familiar with the music, very familiar with his career. Been going crazy. I mean, I feel like each of these artists I just say, oh, been going crazy, but even going crazy. I'm just not too familiar. It's another artist I could see on here for sure, though. Siete 7 times, I'm unfamiliar. I apologize. Skaiwater, come on, bro. Skaiwater's out of here. Skaiwater don't need the list, but another one on the underground, absolutely snapping and going crazy. Skrilla, he'll be on the list. I could definitely see him being on the list. Like, no question, they're gonna throw him on the list. I could be wrong, but Skrilla has a huge moment. It seems like just the kind of artist that XXL would want to highlight, so I'm with it. Starband, she's very young. She's been killing. She got that song with V's I like a lot. She is quite literally the definition of a freshman because she's very young, but I don't think she's gonna get that spot. I could see XXL picking her. You know, if they try to get their female representation. Samara Cyn, Starbands, and not bad choices. 30 youngin, I'm unfamiliar. I apologize. Sugarhill Ddot, hey, XXL's New York, they're New York. I would not be surprised, all right? I would not be surprised. They like putting them New York artists on there representing. I can't knock it, so I could see him on there. Trap Dicky, Carolina Love, going crazy. I've posted him a few times on my Twitter. I've been seeing some things here and there. I'm enjoying the music. I don't think he's quite to that level, but I want to show some love. Trey Loaded, I'm very unfamiliar. I apologize. Vaughn off 1700, yeah. Yes, kind of awesome ending that street internet scene as well. Something that XXL likes to sometimes tap into. I could see this artist on here having a huge moment. I would not be upset at him getting this shit at all. Wizz Havinn, I'm not too familiar with this artist, but he got a song with Picasso. I'm pretty sure it's Picasso, and I really like that song. Shout out. Apart from that, I can't say much. I don't really know how to say her name. I think it's Wynn? I'm sorry. I've known her music for years, and I follow her on Twitter. But, hey, she been killing it for a sturdy, building a fan base. Twitter, a lot of Twitter marketing, so shout out that. But she been going crazy. She actually can rap. She got bars. Actually going crazy. I really can't hate on her at all. She makes good music. I don't know if she's quite at the level that XXL will have the eyes on her, but I think she's very deserving of such a thing. Xavier So Based, another one of the biggest artists in the underground. He'd be on that list 10 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? If we're just talking objective numbers, the list I'm about to give you guys at the end isn't the objective numbered list, but I would put Xavier on that list. YhapoJJ, everything I said about Zav, I said about Yap too. Everything, he definitely one of the biggest underground, community building, all that. For being objective, he's got to be on that list. YTB Fatt, he's not a freshman, bro. I've been a fan of YTB Fatt for years. Many, many years. He's been killing it, but I definitely think he's deserving of some sort of list because of that. But it's like, is he really a freshman? You know what I'm saying? Said he will. I'm unfamiliar. I apologize. Zillionaire Doe, I'm unfamiliar. I apologize. Osama, I am unfamiliar. I apologize. 1UP street artist, been doing his thing. Detroit, kind of right up there with like Babyfxce E is kind of where I place him. Like, I think he definitely could deserve that look. I think Babyfxce E is going a little crazier in terms of numbers right now. Not that that's all what it's about at all, but he makes great music. I'd love to see some Detroit love. I don't think they're going to give him to him, though. 1900 Rugrat, moment. I think if any artist on here will 100% be on that list, it's gotta be 1900 Rugrat. And I'm talking about that will be on the XXL list. Like, when they're choosing, they're gonna choose him. It's just gonna happen. One of the biggest moments, one of the biggest new artists recently at all. There's no way you could overlook that, XXL, quite frankly. And then I'm unfamiliar with you 310 Baby, but I'm sure you're hard. And I think that is the end of the 10th spot XXL freshman. All the options here, going over each person, give you my thoughts. Interesting choices. Now is the time in the video where I give you guys my top 10. Now, I'm just going to get right into it and just give you the disclaimer that I have blind spots. These are all underground dudes. This is not what XXL would ever choose. There's not a lot of diversity in terms of pockets and sounds here. But if I'm going for the music that I like and the artists that I like and what I push and what I see being pushed by the underground scene as a whole, and I see will objectively become stars in the scene in the next year if they're not already, because some of these guys definitely are. We got 1300 Saint, we got Teasus, we got Dior vs. You, Skate-Star, 00 Daredevil, K3, Alicia G, Picasso, Maxon, and Samara. Now, I'm not going to go into each one of these people and give you all the rundown, but just know, bro, just know, remember these names. You can do some research. I promise you, these people going to be big. A lot of them already are big. So it's coming, bro, and this is who I would choose. Like I said, I got blind spot pockets. I'm not accounting for every type of subgenre of hip-hop. If this was the actual XXL list, most people who consume XXL in current year would be pissed. They're not going to know a single name on here, and I can understand that. Hip-hop is such a vast and wide-spanning genre at this point. You can really, there's so many different ways to approach and look at it, and this is the way BryceFxce is approaching on the BryceFxce channel. But if you guys enjoyed watching my video on the 10th spot, XXL Freshman 2025, whatever you want to call it, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any videos, updates, anything like that. Go in the description, follow my TikTok, my Spotify, my Twitter, my Instagram, get that weekly updated new music private plays, join my Discord down there too. And yeah, it's been Bryce. Peace.
That's what's the price.